Today, lads showed something big. It showed something big, and it showed that there is levels. There are levels to basketball, and there are levels between Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers. And this is not, and I mean this when I say this, we are not slandering Paige Bueckers here. We're not calling Paige Bueckers overrated. We're not doing any of that. Paige Bueckers hit some shots in this game that I don't know how she hit. Yes, Paige Bueckers had like 15 points going into the last couple of minutes. She did a 15 going into garbage time. So I don't care that she has extra points in garbage time. A lot of people are like, oh, she's stat padding. No, you want to keep players in the game. You want to get players to get your rhythm. You want Paige Bueckers to get more points so that maybe she's more aggressive in another game. Like Paige Bueckers only shooting 15 shots while she's on 60% is not ideal. Is not ideal. She shot 4 threes, which is great for her. I thought Paige Bueckers had a good game. And if you guys agree with the take, subscribe, by the way. We are trying to hit 54K by the end of the day. And also, lads, if you guys are live in the stream or in the video, if we could hit 1,000 likes in this video, that'd be absolutely insane. We are going for it. We're trying to hit 1,000 likes. But that's all I'm going to say. Paige is a pure scorer. Paige is absolutely a pure scorer. And I think Paige Bueckers is going to win championships as the second or third best player on her team. Like, if Paige Bueckers gets a true number one, that is an elite level number one, not an Arike sucks. If she gets a true number one that is unselfish and allows her be a shooting guard and a true shooting guard, she can be one of the most deadly high percentage scorers there is. Paige is a 2-level scorer right now. She doesn't want to shoot the 3 ball, and Paige is finishing at the basket's not there. She's good at times of finishing through contact, but her finishing at the basket is not really, not even, she doesn't want to go there. She really is just a mid-range scorer, but she'll figure it out. Paige will figure it out. And look, I think there is a world where Paige overtakes Caitlin in a number of years, but that world is not right now. That world is not right now. And right now, there are so many, there is such a big difference. There is such a big difference between Caitlin and Clark. Paige Bueckers passed the ball to Caitlin Clark almost as many times as she passed the ball to her teammates to score. She passed the ball to Caitlin Clark 3 times. She passed the ball to Caitlin. And by the way, I said this before the game started, and it was like, where do I rate Caitlin Clark as a defender? And I said, I'm like, look, Caitlin Clark is probably an average defender in the league. And I'll go Caitlin slightly above average. And I go on a scale, I don't go on a BS America scale where 5 out of 10 is bad. If you are a 7 out of 10 defender, you're a real good defender. If you are, a Leah Boston's is a good defender. Is a pretty decent defender. I'll go 6.5 out of 10 for Leah Boston. Caitlin Clark's getting into that 6 range. I said before the game, Caitlin is a 5 out of 10. Paige is a 6 out of 10 on defense. I'm going to put them both as 6 out of 10. And by the way, I would have Arike as a 4 out of 10 defender. I would have Ari McDonald as a 5 out of 10 defender. I think Caitlin's at the same level as defense as Ari McDonald. Ari puts in more effort, but Caitlin is actually a better defender. Caitlin is actually a better defender. Paige versus Caitlin defensively are the equivalent. That is a dead heat. An absolute dead heat. Ability to create their own shot. I give Paige Bueckers a slight difference. A slight advantage. Ability in the post, I give to Paige, but we are not judging a 6-foot-tall guard by their ability to play in the post. The difference is the engine. Caitlin Clark is relentless. Caitlin Clark could have broke the assist record. She played 24 minutes. Kelsey Mitchell missed a wide open layup on a fast break from Caitlin, as did Damiris Dantas. Damiris Dantas fumbled the ball, and so did Michaela Timpson. If the 3 players made wide open layups from Caitlin, she would have had 16 assists in 24 minutes. And that's not like saying, oh, if players hit shots. No. If they made wide open layups with no one anywhere near them, which you assume players make wide open layups. Caitlin has a 13-2 assist to turnover ratio. Caitlin Clark in the last 2 games has a 22-4 assist to turnover ratio. And there was a 4-quarter period, by the way, were Caitlin Clark and this team pushing the ball. Over 4 quarters, the team put up like 125 points. Sorry, 123 points. They put up 123 points through 4 quarters. It is crazy. The levels difference between these two players is just, it is nothing to do with ability. I think Paige has equal ability to Caitlin Clark in terms of like skill level. In terms of skill level. Said Caitlin's Mitchell, Scottie Pippen. No, Caitlin is James Worthy's Magic Johnson. Caitlin is James Worthy's Magic Johnson. That's all I'm going to say. It's like if you put the most athletic wing in the game beside Magic Johnson. Caitlin Clark is Magic Johnson. That is her best asset. She is a better passer and scorer, and we've been saying it the last year. She's a 100 times better passer and scorer. She's not even Steve Nash. Steve Nash was a much better half-court player than Caitlin Clark. But if you guys saw some of the two-man games, Aaliyah Boston pitching to Caitlin, it was literally Caitlin to Aaliyah. Aaliyah pitches to Caitlin. Caitlin comes off it. Caitlin finds Aaliyah. Aaliyah layup. Like, it is silly. John Stockton was a half-court pick-and-roll player. Caitlin's Magic Johnson in how she plays in the full court. Caitlin is not the pick-and-roll player. She is not the pick-and-roll player that John Stockton or Steve Nash were. But she is Magic Johnson with an ability to go on an all-time heater. Caitlin Clark, with 10 assists and 5 steals, is the first player to reach those numbers since Caitlin Clark last year. And not only that, regardless if you want to say that this is a relevant point in the debate, Caitlin is so fun to watch. Regardless of whether you think that that is a relevant point, I understand if you don't think that that is a relevant point to the debate. I understand. But I'm making that point. Caitlin is so fun to watch. Caitlin's so fun to watch. This debate has been over. You cannot start, and that's when people are like, oh, bring back the Angel debate. You cannot debate Caitlin Clark versus any young player until any of those young players are on a good basketball team. First of all, they need to be on a good basketball team. Second of all, they need to beat Caitlin Clark. You cannot make a comparison, and they need to beat Caitlin Clark regularly. If the Indiana Fever go 4-1 against Chicago Sky and Angel Reese outplays her once, you don't start the debate. If the Indiana Fever win the next game against the Dallas Wings and then lose the final one and Caitlin Clark isn't great and Paige is great, like, you don't start the debate. You don't start the debate. Like, the Paige fans are talking about having competent shot-making teammates. Man, I'm pretty sure 9 of her assists were on open layups. On open layups, lads. On open layups. Caitlin Clark generated, I think it was 2 3-pointers. So 26 plus 2 is 28. She generated like 40 points. And this was Caitlin off. She only shot 12 shots. She only took 12 shots because it's not falling. She played 24 minutes. She played 24 minutes and generated 40 points. She almost generated a point per minute or 2 points per minute. That is nuts. Like, I don't think people realize that is nuts. That is nuts. And that is with. And by the way, Caitlin Clark got this and it was a no call. She got her shoulder completely scratched on a no call. She is the best guard in this league by a mile. And that's while not shooting well. When Caitlin figures it out, she is going to be exactly like she is last year, but better because she's a better defender. She is a better defender. Paige Bueckers is fantastic. We are not out here disrespecting Paige. Just like when it comes to the Angel Reese debate, we are not disrespecting Angel. Angel has been fantastic. She has been absolutely fantastic. But there's no debate. There's no debate. It's like saying Neymar is fantastic. He was no Messi. He was never Messi. It's like saying Zlatan was fantastic. He wasn't Messi. It's like saying Mo Salah is fantastic, but he's no prime Ronaldo. That's fine. That is completely fine. Paige is fantastic. These other young players are fantastic. Sonia Citron's great. There is no guard that is even close to being on the level of being as impactful for the totality of the game and how the game is played as Caitlin Clark. She changes everything. She makes everyone's life easier. Kelsey Mitchell is she is a hell of a guard. She is a serious guard. The ease of her shots from Caitlin Clark is on the floor. Caitlin Clark makes every single player in the league's life easier as long as they are willing to buy in. If you're not willing to buy in, like Howard before today or DeWanna Bonner, she can make, like, it won't work. If you buy into Caitlin's system, like Tammy did, like Kelsey has sometimes, like Aaliyah has, if you buy into the system, you are going to get open shots for 4 quarters if you just let Caitlin make the decisions. Good things happen. Good things happen. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. I'll see you guys.